What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another edition of Tony Tweeted What? If you haven't seen it before, think of this as the Multiversus news roundup for the week. So anything that may have flown under the radar for the past 7 days, we do these typically once a week, so that's why it's in the past 7 days. But anything that might have flown under the radar that maybe some people might not have caught, we throw it into one convenient video for everybody. So we got a few topics to get through, so why don't we get to the first one, shall we? And the first topic has to do with, time frame. When are we going to get more news about Multiverses, right? Yes, the closed alpha just ended, but are we going to be in a down period? Is it going to be really quiet? Like, what's going to happen? So that's the question here, right? Hi, Tony. After this beta, and they meant the closed alpha, after this closed alpha, will we have news and updates leading to the open beta? So will we hear any sort of news about Multiverses? Or is it just going to be like, oh, wait till the open beta starts and then, yeah, have fun with it? Well, Tony gives a very simple reply of yes. But I think that's, good. At least he didn't ignore the question, right? Like, it's, yes, we will hear something. So, what will it be? I don't know. Is it going to be another sort of trailer? I don't know. Maybe it'll be another sort of gameplay demonstration. I have no clue. But either way, Tony does reaffirm to us we will be getting more news about Multiverses before the open beta. As for what that news might be, we'll have to just sit here and wait to find out, I suppose. Topic number 2, we're talking about, I guess it's kind of like two things. It's the Founders Pack with the open beta. What will it entail? What's gonna be a part of, both of these things? So we got like two people asking somewhat similar questions, but they're also asking different things, but it has to relate to, again, Founders Pack and the open beta. So here's the questions. I'll let you guys read them on screen, so I'll kind of paraphrase a little bit, but it's, hey, what's going to be in the open beta? Will the open beta have in-app purchases? So, like, will we be able to buy cosmetics? Because progression in the open beta, if you don't know, is permanent. So anything that you officially unlock, any characters that you level up, that's permanent. That is 100% permanent. So if we can spend real money, does that mean we can start buying cosmetics? Can we actually buy the battle pass? And then the Founders Edition, what's going on with that? What are the contents of the Founders Edition? What's going on with all that sort of stuff? So Tony's response to this, we're announcing this information soonish. Okay, let's dissect this very simple statement. We're announcing information soonish, right? So, sure, they'll mention something soonish. But remember the last time Tony said that we'll hear about Multiversus news soonish? I know that's kind of a joke in the gaming community. Soonish could literally mean like 5 months from now. But when Tony said it last time about the closed alpha at the time, it happened like within 2 weeks later, I believe, from him saying we'll hear something about it soonish. So we do know the open beta is going to be in July. So odds are we have to hear something about it in June at least, right? Maybe, they tell us, hey, you can purchase the Founders Pack here. Maybe here's how much it'll cost. Here's what it'll come with it. So there is something coming. There's information coming soonish, but again, we just gotta sit back and kind of just wait to see. But something is coming at least, and we don't have to just sit here and go, well, I guess we're not going to hear nothing because, again, something's coming. Topic number 3. We are talking about a genre of characters, horror characters, and horror villains is the way the question is worded. So, as example, Pennywise, maybe Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, possibly. So, characters like that we'll use as an example for this. So here's the question, right? Tony, I can understand not getting an answer due to being under NDA, but I want to ask, are you allowed to include horror villains in Multiverses? That's a nice question, right? I think there's some people in the community that are definitely kind of split on this idea. I've had a few comments that believe Player First Games and Warner Brothers wouldn't go that route, and I've seen some good arguments for it, but again, here's Tony's response to this question, so hopefully this can kind of put this little argument to rest. Tony says, if the IP holder says yes, I would be for it. Remember back in November, during the reveal trailer where Tony tells us anyone and anything is possible. Well, he's continued to say that in the months since then. So if he continues to say that, well, I'm going to believe him. They're not leaving anybody off the table. If the chance is there, if the fans want it, you know, then I guess if Warner Brothers really wants to push one, a certain character or something, then I guess Player First Games might have to kind of comply with that. But we'll see how that goes. But it's as simple as third-party characters, you know, different IP holders. Do they say yes? If they say yes, there's a much better chance of it happening. And if the IP holder says no, then yeah, maybe it doesn't look too good. Maybe they could revisit that, you know, situation in the future, but it just depends on the IP holder. So again, like Tony told us, anyone and anything is possible. We'll just have to see what ultimately does become possible. Topic number 4, we're talking about the release time frame for characters. So question is, hey Tony, how much will be the time difference between each character release, and will there be seasons? So what's the time frame? Is, you know, for example, is it going to be every 3 weeks we get a character? Is it going to be like one character a month, one character every 2 months? You know, what's the time frame that we can expect these characters to be released? Again, Tony's told us that there will be lots of characters, so we'll just have to, we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. But Tony's response for characters, we're still figuring that out. And there will be seasons. So seasons for like battle passes, I guess. Maybe they make them like themed around, you know, maybe the first. So open beta's in July, so that could be like a summer themed type of battle pass, or cosmetics maybe only appear during that time, but you know, something like that. So seasons are in. They haven't quite figured out the character time frame for releases yet, because they can't just release like one character every week, because eventually it's going to catch up to the dev team, right? They need time to make characters, and I'm sure they have a few characters that they are holding back that they've started working on. But once the game officially releases, and then they kind of go, all right, now this character that we've been holding off on a little bit, now we can release it. And again, all characters are going to be free. You can earn them by simply playing the game. So good stuff there. But yeah, we don't know the exact time frame for, you know, between character releases. So it could be 2 months, could be 8 months. I highly doubt it's 8 months, because that's way too long, but you never know. We'll see what happens. And the last topic that we will go over for today has to do with, well, video game characters, and kind of the same thing that we were talking about with horror characters a little bit earlier. Are video game characters possible for Multiverses? So the question, Tony, for Multiverses, is there any possibility that video game originated characters are able to join? Like Maxwell from Scribblenauts, who's a very, very underestimated, very underlooked character. I think Maxwell could fit in this game very well, very well. Maybe I should do a yay or nay series on Maxwell. Maybe, we'll see. But, or Scorpion even, or possibly Steve. So Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I'm assuming they mean Steve from Minecraft. So video game characters, are they possible for Multiverses? Tony just says, hope so. Again, kind of goes back to what we talked about a little bit earlier in one of the topics. Does the IP holder say yes, or do they say no? Is there any sort of an agreement that, you know, all parties can come to? You know, so again, they have to negotiate for these. Do they just outright license the character for their game? Like, that's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that goes on. So we'll see how that plays out. But yes, video game characters, horror villain characters, everything is possible. It's just if the right circumstances, if the right people come together, and if they can make an agreement, then it is possible. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back again tomorrow. There's actually a lot more I wanted to include in this one, but I didn't want to make the video like half an hour long. So tomorrow we got a little bit more news, but it's a lot more gameplay news. So stay tuned for that one, I should say. But yeah, that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.